Hey everyone, happy Friday. As we head into a long absence from trading. What I mean by that, it's a long Friday. The Juneteenth holiday is on Monday, so 3 days without trading. How are we going to cope? How are we going to survive? Well, I'll give you a little bit of a trade recap today, shall I? I mean, we traded 5 stocks today. Four we made profits on, one we didn't, and the one we didn't was AMC. And unfortunately, we got in there a couple of times. AMC made good runs up. It just had my number. Every time I entered, it reversed on me, and we ended up losing $635 on AMC across the course of the day. But that's not to be besmirched, because we did make over $6,379 today. It's like over because there's a 59 cents on top of that. But so we're over $6,000 today. So another day over our goal, and a great finish to the week. And it just keeps us on target, keeps us that trajectory for June. We potentially could have our best ever month in June. And we're already, as of today, we've had our best month of the year. So considering the conditions that we've got, it is still bearish conditions that the market is in. I'm really happy with the way June has gone. Of course I am. We potentially could have, we're not too far off our best ever month, and we've certainly had our best month of 22. So we traded AERC for the 10th day in a row. Yet again, we made money with AERC. So there's only one day out of 10 that we've not made money with AERC. And granted, we lost a lot of money that day, $20,000, but we made it back the following day. So all things, all things are good between myself and AERC. We traded KZIA Therapeutics, and that was moving up. Very much of it looks like a bit of a pump and dump scenario in terms of the chart, but we made a little bit on the way up. We traded Revlon, which was moving up on rumors of an acquisition, and we got probably half of that position with Revlon pre-market, and then the other half after the market had opened. And we traded Redbox with various results with Redbox. So we made a little bit of profit, $250, but we probably racked up as much in commissions trading it. If I'm being honest with Redbox, it was very choppy across the course of the day, and that tended to be the story of today. It was a low volume Friday, which is kind of strange because it was triple witching day, triple witching Friday. And what that triple witching is related to options expiries. So normally that has a knock-on effect with the volume or volatility of the market, but today it was just the exact opposite. Whilst we had a huge sell-off across the course of the last 2 weeks, and the last week in particular, the market decided to have a little bit of a bounce, not so much a rally, but a little bit of a bounce, finished green today. So that'd be the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones or the NASDAQ. All of the markets were a little bit green. Actually, I think the Dow Jones was slightly red, but certainly the Russell Index, which is a small cap index, and the NASDAQ were green. And the S&P 500 was green as well. So the market's having a little bit of a bounce after such a sell-off. Apart from that, whilst there was some good movement, there was some volatility in the market, it was on very low volume. So looking at some of the stocks that moved up, reasonable amounts, 20, 30% on the day, there were no entries. There were no safe entries. There were no clear signs of continuation if we did get an entry. So it was very difficult to actually, stock selection today was difficult. In fact, some of the movers pre-market just capitulated when the bell rang. But the big mover today was Revlon, or REV. Now we managed to get a little over $4,000 trading Revlon today. However, across the course of the day, Revlon moved 142%. So as I'm talking to you right now, it's selling off, but it's still 95% up on yesterday's closing price. So 142% mover. So even in adverse conditions, as I've been saying for a while, there's usually at least one, maybe two, or a handful of stocks that will counter trend and buck the norm. And today it was Revlon's day. There was some really good moves, and there was some really powerful moves as well. So yesterday Revlon closed at $1.95, so just under the $2 threshold. I won't trade anything under $2, as I keep mentioning on this channel, and I rarely trade anything under $3. But Revlon moved up with Venom today, and it reached $4.72 at the peak. So big moves, big moves. All on the rumours of an acquisition. Of course, Revlon was considering filing for bankruptcy, and that's sparked the rumours of the acquisition. And of course, if we go back to Redbox that we've been trading quite actively, that is now a short squeeze candidate, probably the number one short squeeze candidate that certainly social media circles are interested in. That started off with an acquisition rumor of Chicken Soup for the Soul were looking to acquire Redbox. And then as it moved up, it became a short squeeze scenario. And that's been pumped now to the point that is. So acquisitions of failing companies can lead to much more action in the markets. And this is just another case. So anyway, that being said, going off of the tangent, it's the weekend now. It's where I am. It's Friday evening, so I'll be locking up and enjoying the rest of my weekend. It's a long weekend, so enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back at it on Tuesday, 90 minutes before the market opens. If you want to get notified when I'm going live and trading live, you want to come watch me trade live, then hit the thumbs up button, smash the thumbs up button. You want to. But subscribe to the channel and you'll get notified before I go live. Over this long weekend, I'll be posting some more educational content, some more strategy content. So if you want to be notified for that as well, I'll say make sure you subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, enjoy this recap, and I'll see you on Tuesday. The first trade that we took today was with Revlon. So the ticker is REV. Now, I can't trade before 7:30, so I was unable to get the initial move up, but it did a bit of consolidation, and then it started to move up again at 7:30. So I got in this pullback, first candle to make a new high, which was here, and I got in on very much on that first candle. As that moved up, we took some profits on the way. On this move up, we took some profits out the price on this particular candle, and we were then holding 5,000 shares as we kind of peaked out. I got exit indicators to say, look, time's done, but we didn't actually adjust our average cost. We didn't average up or anything. Holding 5,000 shares up here, and as it started to pull back, we exited on this candle. In hindsight, we probably should have exited after this doji. First candle after that doji to make a new low should have been the exit. I thought, okay, it's looking strong. The catalyst is quite good. It may just pull back, consolidate, and then go on another run. And I wanted to maintain this earlier buy price. When it started to make even lower lows, I got out for the break of the $0.50. So yeah, that was our first trade on Revlon. We did trade it a little bit later after the bell, and we made about $2,000 on Revlon at this stage. So when the bell rung, I'll come back to one of the other ones that we traded. So when the bell rang, we missed pretty much the whole of this move, and we got this pullback. So on this pullback, I'm looking for the next candle to make a new high, which is this candle. And we entered here, and we got in, and we added to our position rather than taking profits. We added to our position at 360, and as it moved up, we were looking to take 370, maybe go on to 375, test the $0.75 level. It didn't. It pulled back, so we exited the position here. We got a little bit of profit. We weren't overly profitable on that particular move, but we made a little bit of a little bit extra. Where we did make some, it was on this little move here. So bit of consolidation. We had this flat top at 355. So watching that, and as we got this little pullback there, we were looking for the increase in the volume, and 355 was our entry, and we got in. We've actually got filled at 356, and we got in and we rode this up. So we made some profit. We took some profit here and here, and then we added to our position for a continuation up towards $4 to the whole dollar. It didn't go our way. So when it pulled back, we just held through this because we still had the cushion on the earlier buy-in. But we held through this, and then a bit of a flag formation. There's the flag pole, and there's the flag. So a bit of a flag formation. So this candle made a new high. So we added to our position there, and then we rolled that up, took some profit off, and then as it came back down, we exited the rest of our position here for the break of the $0.75. So that was a good trade for us, and increased our profit on Revlon. We did trade it later in the day after in the afternoon, so to speak, and we were able to get some more profit with Revlon at 1 p.m. 1:01. 150, 155, coming up to 2 o'clock. So on this move up, this is where we made a nice little tidy profit on Revlon. We got this move up started, and we didn't get in until we got this pullback here. This candle made a new high, and this is where we entered. We took some profits on here. We got the move up, and as it started to pull back, we took a little bit off to protect our position, and then it moved up again, and we rode it all the way up. We added to our position up at the top. As it pulled back, we started to approach our break-even figure at this level, but then it moved up again. So we added to our position for the break of new highs here, and we took some profits on this candle before it started to move down. And we exited on this candle as it broke new lows. So as it broke the $0.25 on the way back down, that's when we got out of the position in its entirety. We did trade it a little bit more. This is our last time we traded Revlon today, and this was on this lovely move here. And I'll just zoom out so it's easier to see. So we got this move up, a bit of choppiness, and then as this pull back, nice little setup here, almost a cup and handle setup, if you will. And we got in here. First candle to make a new high would have been this one, but we got on this one, and we entered for the break of 440. Reason for that is, if you look at this, we've had this resistance level at 440, so we waited for the confirmation of the resistance. It had been tapping there a few times. That's where we waited for the 440, but we also got this volume confirmation come in as well, and that's why we entered there. We took profits off for the break of the $0.50. Then as it moved up, we got this pullback, a move up again, and we exited our position here at 460, break 460. And that was the last trade we took today. So, very good. We did try to get in again on this move up here, but we lost money on this one. So this candle broke a new high. So nice little pullback. Candle broke a new high. We got in there, and it went the opposite direction, and we got out at the bottom of this candle as it broke the $0.50 level. So I think we gave about $700 back off the top. We were over $5,000. We finished on $4,300 on Red Bucks. That on its own is a good day. if that was our only trade today and we hadn't traded anything else, that would have been a good day. But it wasn't. We did trade some other things as well. And the next big move was AERC, and AERC was not as easy to trade as it has been. It's been a bit choppy this last couple of days, and but we still managed to take over $2,000 out of it. Our first trade on AERC came just after 10 o'clock, and we got this move up. Ideally, we could have got in at this pullback here, first candle to make a new high, and or possibly even a breakout of new highs at 980. We didn't. We missed this move up. We got this pullback here, and that's when we moved in, and we got in for the break of 2010. So we got in at 2013 was our fill, and then we moved up, and we took some profits off at 2035. So we got 20 cents out of that particular move. It did pull all the way back. We were still holding partial position on this at the time, and we added for the bounce on as it moved back up, the break of the break of the whole dollar. Sorry, not half dollar. So we added for the break of the whole dollar, and it moved all the way up, and we exited our position up at again similar price, just a little bit higher, 2038. So that was a good trade. We realized that it was very choppy today, AERC. You can see from all the wicks on both sides of the candles how choppy it was. It was very difficult to trade. The spreads were rangy again. So that's the second day in a row that the spreads were very rangy, 15 to 25 cents. So it was difficult to manage risk, and I perhaps had to kind of give a little bit more risk versus what I was looking for in reward whilst trading AERC at first. So yeah, that was we didn't make a huge amount on AERC to start off with, but it was about $600, and it did get us green and keep us green. So that on top of the Revlon and KZIA trades that we've made, and then we traded Redbox as well, meant that we were already couple of $1,000 up, nearly $3,000 up on the day at that stage. So not too bad. But we did come back and trade AERC again later in the day, and we had the move down. As you can see, it's very choppy, difficult market to trade, and we got in down here, and I thought, okay, I'll give it very tight risk, and I just risked effectively I think it was about 6 cents that I was risking, and I got in here for 18.06. Okay, cut off $18 just because it was a big flush down. I thought I just want a quick bounce. I'm not looking for a huge move, just a quick bounce. I'll scalp it for a quick bounce, and I'll have a very, very tight risk. So the risk was the $18. It then continued to move down a little bit. Didn't quite reach the $18. I think the low of this candle was 18.01, so very close to getting stopped out. And then as it moved back up, I doubled down my position at 18.06. So as it went back up, and I kind of kept the same risk, and I just thought, okay, it's going to move up, and it did. It pulled back, very choppy, as I say. The spreads weren't helping. It pulled back and it moved up, and we took profit up here at 18.30. So that was we got a good 20 cent on that. We didn't quite get a full 25, 26 cents on that because of the spreads, but we got a good 20 cents on that. So it wasn't too bad of a move, and that pretty much got us to the just over $2,000 on the day. So whilst it was difficult to trade, it was difficult to predict because it's very choppy, big spreads. Just being patient with it and waiting for the setup, and taking a little bit of a risk on this move. So whilst it wasn't a particular pattern that I was looking for a breakout, I was looking for a bounce on the whole dollar. This is a whole dollar support. So the sell off here and then the fast flush is why I wanted. I just took the risk, very tight, very narrow stop, and it paid off for us. And that can happen. That can happen if you're observing the support and resistance areas. Those kind of moves can work out for you. So those were the two big moves on the day. We lost on AMC, $635. We actually were over $700 down on AMC. We made a little bit back into the close. We traded Red Box. We were up, we were down, we were up, we were down. Red Box was again another very choppy one for us, but we finished $250 up. And KZIA was one of these strange ones pre-market that moved up with quite a big move. And I'll show you the move. It moved up, then stopped, and then moved up again. So we got this little move up here at the back end of this little thing, and then it just sold off and continued to sell off the rest of the day. So it retraced all of its gains from the rest of the day, and it did so on lower and lower and lower and lower volume. So yeah, it KZIA Therapeutics just flattered to deceive. It looked good at one stage, and then it flattered to deceive. So it made a little pop into the last hour of the market, and then sold off again. So KZIA Therapeutics, we made $125 on it. Not a big portion of today's gains, but it all counts. So finishing 6,300, nearly 6,400 on the day is for me a win. It's certainly, I would say, a good trading day. Yes, we've had some a lot bigger days over the last couple of weeks, but that's not normal. We need to get away from that. Those are great to have, but you can't expect those every single day. My expectation, not so much my expectation, but my goal is to have $5,000 a day. To do a nearly 6,400 today is not only overachieving against goal, but overachieving considerably against goal. So I'm happy with that. It's a good finish to a good week. We now have just where we placed on the month. Currently sitting, we are in our best ever month of the year. Not quite our best ever month of my career. That goes back to April of last year, where I was able to do $163,000 across the course of the month. Hopefully, I'll be able to achieve something similar, or who knows, even better this month. You tell me. Come and join me. Let's find out. I go live every morning, 90 minutes before the market opens. Come find out if this month is going to be my best ever. I'm hoping it will be. You can find out and cheer me along the way. No trading on Monday, so I'll see you Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. See you soon.